Hi everyone, welcome back to another cut above with Chris. Shave number 15 on the gem blade today. Hopefully it goes nice and smooth. I've just had a shower, so I'm going to do a hot water shave today. I don't normally do a hot water shave, it's Sunday. I feel like doing one. It's quite warm outside, which is sort of odd. I would normally do a cold water shave when it's warmer. I'm going to use L&L Grooming Original. For yous out there that don't know what the scent profile on is, I'll just smell it first just so I can get it clear in my head what it smells like. A sort of 3 to 4 scent strength, and it just smells like a earthy, woody sort of scent. Now I know from looking at the original, because it doesn't tell you anything about it on here, it's bergamot and sandalwood, or sandalwood and bergamot. Now the bergamot does make it smell better. I can smell the bergamot, but I'm just not a big sandalwood fan. However, this one, it's got a little bit more oomph in it. It's got a bit more scent strength, which makes it smell better than like a 2 scent strength sandalwood. It's got a slight sweetness to it as well. So, the brush is the Wolf Whiskers today, custom Wolf Whiskers with a 25mm Elite fan, Ultra fan. I keep calling it an Elite fan, Ultra fan. Now this one, when I used it last time, performed better than it ever has. So I'm hoping to get a similar sort of performance out of it. I think it's, I don't know what's happening. I think it might be splaying a little bit easy. So straight onto the dry soap. This was brand spanking new. It was sent to me from Oy Chapel. Alex over in New York very kindly sent over, along with some really nice other soaps as well. Oh, it's quite pasty stuff. I'm going to add quite a lot of water to the brush to try and get a load going here. I don't know whether you guys can see that, but it's really pasty. Now, actually, do you know something? The scent's actually quite nice. It's just coming out a lot more now. A lot more noticeable now that I put hot water on it. This is super pasty. I'm just going to load this a little bit more. Just to overload the brush. Why not? Let's see how it performs. Right, that's me loaded. Doesn't look like much on there, but I can assure you there's loads. It is odd splashing hot water on my face, I've got to say. Oh yeah, this is a different consistency to the previous L&L that I used from memory. It's been a while since I've used L&L Grooming. It is L&L, yeah. I tell you what, straight away I'm getting a tingle here. I don't know, well, I might not be. But it definitely feels like I'm getting some sort of... Yeah, this is actually splaying relatively easy now. It feels like I've got loads of moisture in this lather, but it's not really growing. Very strange sensation. I've never had that before. Just, I mean, there is a lot of moisture in it because it's running down my brush handle, which is causing me some issues trying to hold the brush handle. Let's just keep adding water to it. I think I've overloaded the brush far too much. I think that's what's happened here. The scent on this is actually, oh yeah, far overloaded this brush. Do you know what, I'm going to stop there and I'll carry on with another thick lather after this one. There's plenty of moisture in it because it's glistening on my skin. I don't know whether you guys can catch that on the camera. The shine on that is just incredible. The lather itself is beautiful. It's just not, look at the brush, it's caked. It's not as thick or voluminous as, I'm absolutely covered in this stuff. That's probably the messiest lather I've had for quite a long time. Right, gem Clog Proof. There is 6 dots there, there's 8 dots on the other side, so this will be shave 15. I don't just drop it, do nothing with it, I just dry it, put it back in the razor. No alcohol, no nothing at all. Now this is the first time I've used this razor with hot water. And let me tell you, this is slick as you like and as smooth as anything. This blade has just absolutely amazed me. Tony sent me 5 of these blades. Which doesn't seem like much, 5 blades. You know, you can buy packs of 100 DE blades, 100 single edge blades. 5 blades, if it lasts 15 shaves, is 75 shaves from 5 blades. It's unbelievable. I just want to add that this still feels like it's got more to give. It doesn't feel, it feels better this shave than it did last shave. It could be the fact that I've softened the hairs up a little bit with the hot water. It's still got very, very impressive feedback. That's wonderful for this plant. Now, one thing I struggled with the first time I ever used L&L grooming was the slickness, the residual slickness, but no such problems with this one. I think it was a lather issue when I first used it. This stuff is creamy as you like. And the scent on this, I don't like sandalwood. You guys know that if you've watched me for a while, it's not my style. But this is quite sweet. There's something extra going on with this silk that other sandalwoods don't have, in my opinion. It's really nice. Got a little bit of sweetness to it. This brush has changed dramatically in the last 2 uses. I don't know what's happened with it. It really splays nice now. This lather is beautiful. Look at that. It's really, really good. I've just overloaded the brush far too much. The lather's running down the handle, which is probably the only real downside to a synthetic brush, in my opinion, is it doesn't hold onto the lather tightly like a natural hairbrush does. It's the only downside, and it's not even really a downside for me. It just means you've got to be careful you don't drop your brush. the more you use this razor, you really start to get on with it, and it really works well. I know there's a few guys out there that don't get on with single edge razors, especially the gem styles. Some guys got on really well with the artist club stuff, which I thought the blades were shit. But this is blowing me away, this. Right. Yeah, this brush, you've seen how easy that's splayed that thing. I'm not having to put the same amount of pressure into it. I don't know what's happened with it. I don't know whether it's eased up a bit. I've used it a bit now. It's got massive face coverage, super soft, excellent scrub, no scratch or scratch. Right, I'm just going to dip the tips. It's just exploded again. Outstanding lather. It's one of the best lathers I've had. I keep saying it every time at the moment, but it feels very, very similar to the Holy Call formulation on my face. That's how it feels, really silky. And the gloss, I don't know, you can sort of just see it shimmering on the side of my face. It's just incredible stuff. Slick. Yeah, this is as slick as slick as slick as slick. Oh yeah, that's an incredible shave. Really enjoyed that with the hot water as well, something a bit different. Nice cold water splash now. Oh yes, what a shave. Thing is, lavender to stick with a sort of light scented, mild sort of scent. So that was L&L Grooming Original, which is sandalwood and bergamot. He basically wanted to stick to something simple for his first soap. And look, I tell you what, in terms of scent, I actually enjoy it. I don't like sandalwood, but I enjoy that. That's really nice. It's got a sweetness to it. The bergamot adds to the sandalwood. It's not just plain old boring 2-cent strength sandalwood. It's got a little bit more to it, a little bit more complexity to it, and it's lovely. And the lather itself was outstanding. Glossy, thick, silky smooth. It was just a beautiful consistency. It was lovely. I thought it wasn't going to be that great. I thought it was going to be a little bit dry, but it wasn't at all. It was just outstanding. As is this. The Gem Micromatic Clog Proof. Twist it open. Seen better days this razor, but it's actually in excellent shaving condition. It just looks a little bit tatty, sort of worn out a little bit. You can see the different colour on the bottom there, but it's tarnished a little bit. The colours come off, but it's a lovely razor. The actual head and everything's actually in really good condition, and yeah, really impressed with it. Really impressed. This has turned a corner now, this brush. It's got the 25mm ultra fan in it. I was struggling with it. Not struggling, but it just would not splay. I couldn't get the bloody thing to splay very well. It was really hard going. For some reason over the last 2 shaves, since the 3rd shave ago using it, it seems to have really opened up, and it's almost like it's softened even more. And now when I put some pressure on it, not a lot, just enough, similar to what I do with my other fan, it just splays. And it covers so much face, and because it's got those straight edges, it's really good for painting, so you can get right under your nose or wherever you have to get to with it without any issues. I then finished off with Thayer's Lavender, and I'm going to stop there for the face shave because I'm going to be doing a head shave straight after this. Yeah, really nice scented soap, really impressed with it. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a head shave now, and I'll then finish off with some Nivea 2 Phase at the end of that one. And that's the 25mm Ultra Fan from both Whiskers with Peter Wills' version of Lime. And this is the Becky top with the Iliad bottom with the fluting on it. Beautiful brush, really is a beautiful brush. Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.